Hello, this is Mrs. Richardson with part 3 of our SOL released test items. Question number 1, location 1, location 2. Which factor would persuade people to move from location 1 to location 2? If you look, location 1 is a farm country area, which would be known as rural. Location 2 is a city with factories, which would be known as urban. So this question refers to why did people move from rural areas to urban areas? And we know that the reason they did this was so that they could make more money. And so therefore, the answer to this question is job opportunities. It was much easier to find jobs in the urban city areas than it was in the rural country areas. What is the best title for this picture? If you pay attention to this picture, you see that there is a farmer who has his tobacco crop in a basket, and he has gone to a shop owner who has a basket full of supplies such as flour. So therefore, these people are trading to each other to get what they need. The farmer's going to trade his tobacco crop, and the shop owner is going to trade the supplies. And so therefore, we know that the answer to this question is bartering in the colonies, because we know that bartering means to trade. Raw materials go to blank, which leads to finished products that go to market. What best replaces the question mark? We know that raw materials have to go somewhere so they can be manufactured into goods that can be sold. And so raw materials such as wood can be sent to a certain place where it will be manufactured into a product that can be sold. So therefore, we know the answer to this question is factories. Factories are where raw materials are sent and then products are manufactured at that factory and then sent out to stores to be sold. Why was the Freedmen's Bureau created? Well, we know that the Freedmen's Bureau was a group of people who came down from the North after the Civil War to help these former slaves. The former slaves needed help in areas such as jobs, food, clothing, housing, and education. And these people came down to help them as well as any other poor farmers who might need their help as well. So therefore, we know that the Freedmen's Bureau was created to help former slaves. Which industry has contributed most to migration within modern Virginia? Now, please notice that this is modern Virginia. This is present day. This is not back when farming was the main industry in Virginia. And so, therefore, we know that to help the most with migration, which means moving to other places, the answer would be transportation. And transportation in Virginia is made up of roads or highways, railroads, and air transportation. And these three things help migration in Virginia. Which resources do archaeologists mainly use to study the past? Well, once again, we have a saying for this, and we say archaeologists dig artifacts. Archaeologists dig artifacts. And so therefore, we know the answer to this question is artifacts. What was the main goal of the stockholders who financed Jamestown? Now, boys and girls, we have said from the very beginning of our history class that Virginia history is based basically on one main thing, and that is to make money. We know that this Jamestown was an economic venture because the people wanted to make more money. And so therefore, the answer to this question is making money. The main reason it was hard for the Jamestown colony to survive was because the settlers We have talked many, many times about the fact that many of these settlers that came here were gentlemen and had never really done many survival skills. And so, therefore, when they arrived here, they were coming to search for gold and silver. They really hadn't thought about the fact that they were going to have to survive in a wilderness. And so, therefore, because they did not have the skills necessary, and also because of the fact that they were concerned about finding gold and silver, we know the answer to this question is they had few of the needed skills. So, therefore, many of them died of starvation and disease. Because of the growth of the Virginia colony, the native people worried that the settlers would. We've talked several times about the fact that the Indians, when the white men first arrived, that they were very curious about them. And they came around and they tried to study them and learn what they could. And they saw that these gentlemen had so few of the skills needed to survive. And so therefore they began to help them. They taught them how to do survival skills. They taught them how to grow corn and tobacco. They taught them how to hunt and do the things necessary. And so in the middle of this time, they were somewhat friendly with the white men. However, as they realized that more and more of the settlers were going to come and that they were going to take their land, they started to see them as invaders. So the people worried that the settlers would seize their lands. And in fact, that was very true. They did seize their lands and they made the Indians move further and further inland. Which words best take the place of the question mark? This is a timeline that begins with Columbus discovering the new land and ends with the Virginia Assembly first meeting. So you have to look at these answer choices to determine which one would go between Columbus discovering the new land and the Virginia Assembly first meeting. Well, before the Virginia Assembly could meet, something had to happen in here that would even allow them to meet. And so the answer to this question is Jamestown Settlement is founded. Until the Jamestown Settlement was founded, nothing else could take place in the Jamestown Settlement. So if you look back at the answer choices, Williamsburg becoming Virginia's capital, the Declaration of Independence being written, or the Virginia Declaration of Rights created, none of these things could have happened until Jamestown Settlement was founded. In Virginia history, Powhatan is important because he. Well, we have to ask ourselves, who was Powhatan? Well, as we've said before, Powhatan was the Powhatan leader of the Powhatan Indians. He was the leader, and so we know the answer is he provided leadership to the American Indians. Powhatan was the Powhatan leader of the Powhatan Indians. Scotch-Irish settlers primarily made their homes in the Shenandoah Valley because we know that the Scotch-Irish settled in the Shenandoah Valley along with the Germans because as they traveled, they came along this area known as the Shenandoah Valley. They thought it was beautiful and had wonderful farmland, and so therefore they decided to stop in this valley and create their settlements. But the reason they found that area is because they were traveling along the migration route. This was the route that the settlers took as they traveled further west looking for new opportunities. Which name shows the influence of American Indian culture? Boys and girls, Yorktown, Richmond, and Jamestown are all names that could have been found in England. The English settlers gave these areas their name because they were places that had been lived in England. The only name here that reflects the Indian culture is Roanoke. The final question for this set is, which city on the map is nearest to a battle between ironclads? And the answer choices are 1. Manassas, 2. Fredericksburg, 3. Richmond, 4. Norfolk. Now, boys and girls, the battle between the ironclads was the battle between the Monitor and the Merrimac, which were the two ironclad ships that fought off of Norfolk and Hampton. And so, therefore, we know that the answer to this question has to be Norfolk, which gives it the answer choice 4. Thank you for your time. I hope you've enjoyed this presentation. Stay tuned for part 4 that will be coming soon.